All right, folks, this is VFS match number 2 for the night. This is Battle of the Wives. Jenice Sanders versus Chelsea Smith. Chelsea is a 398 Fargo. Jenice is a 373. The husbands played just before this. Kelly won. And they will do a Scotch doubles match after this one. Chelsea won the lag, so she will rack and break first. Okay, so Chelsea dry breaks, brings Jenice to the table. She's surveying the land, and looks like she might be opting for the combo on the 11 in the side there. Makes that shot, gets positioned to the 10. So she is solid, or she is stripes, and Chelsea is solids. Now, those of you who paid attention to anything that happened in Lincoln City last week for the Western BCA 9-ball championships, Jenice was on the silver team that took second place. It was Tommy, Jenice, and Leisha, and they managed to pull off second place in the silver teams division, which is pretty awesome considering there's a large number of them, and they did great. So definitely seasoned and can play under pressure. Chelsea also has played many tournaments. Played a couple of the Northwest Women's Tour stops. Plays in a lot of tournaments around here as well. Travels to play. The Smiths are planning to travel to Vegas for nationals or worlds, and put a team in there and maybe play singles or something in addition to that. And that's in February. So Jenice made her run and come up short on that shot on the 13 there. And then now Chelsea's at the table looking at her options. Looks like the 6-ball in the corner would be the optimal starting shot. I do believe the 5-ball passes here, so she could play a stop shot on the 6 and play this 5 next. But it looks like she's aiming at the 4, so she might be just starting there instead. One thing I've always liked about Chelsea's game is she hits everything with intent. There's not much for, babying shots or slow rolling things. She hits things with intent and not like power blast or anything like that. But she makes sure the ball has enough to make it in. It's not going to pocket speed, trip over the line going in. She's going to make sure it had enough to get there. So a little misfortune there, making the 5 as well. Had it hung there, she would have had a shot to keep going. But she's in a bit of a jam being stuck to that 7 ball like that. So this match is a race to 7 as well. It is BCA rules. It is rack your own, alternate break. Not too bad of a lead there. She left Jenice a shot on the 14. Right. Oh, drew that so crooked right there. And that she can also play this back bank here if she chooses to go that route. Looks like she is, which could get her 9 out of there. Well, she hit that really well and pushed her 9 out into a workable spot. It looks like the 15 has a home. Every ball has a home, so she can just work herself out here and run them out. Now, the table laying as it is, the 8 ball's in a tough spot. However, the 6 does look like it goes to that corner, and after she shoots the 7 in, the 6 will also go to that corner. So, probably going to want to play that last, unless for some reason she has to take it now. So she can play the 2 on the side, but I think 2 in the corner would give her a more controlled shape on the 1. 2 on the side, the tangent line is going to want to take the cue ball this way, whereas if you're shooting in the corner, then the cue ball will come like this. That was a nice shot to the corner. I ended up on the wrong side of the 1. So now, if I were shooting this, I would put a little low left. So in this case, low left like that. And what that will do is the low will bring the cue ball here, and the left will make the cue ball go this way. It'll come out like that. So low left, bring it out like this. Just hitting it like a center ball. The ball's going to want to come longer this way and could end up like this, or hitting that, and that would depend on speed. Yeah, she played the back cut, and hoping she had the speed to keep the cue ball in this area. That was going to be tough, but at least now the one ball she left in front of the side, so it's very makeable from anywhere. Denise is up. Tough starting shot, but once she gets this one going, I think she'll be okay for the rest. Hit that real nice. Play shape out into the center of the table. Gives her options on the 15 right here, or the 9 ball here. Now, I think that is the 10 that's in front of the side pocket. She's going to need to get on a pretty decent angle to be able to thin that into the side or get below it and cut it to the corner. So she's sitting pretty good now. Cue ball. Stunned. Going to want to come over here, maybe even come out. Could even bump into the 8. Okay, that's actually still doable. It looks like you can see the edge of that to cut it in the side. Okay. She's called the corner. Now, she will need to control the cue ball and not go forward. Going forward, Brad. Well, she managed to get around, but I don't think she can see the 8. She might, and if she can, that was fantastic. She may need to use a little rail in there. We'll see. Looks like lining up like she can see it. Wow, nicely done, Denise. Great out. Good job. All right, Janice's rack and break. She made a nice out for the first game to take the lead 1-0. She pockets a ball here. A few issues here in this layout, but it depends on what you get. Excuse me, and a yawn right there. For those of you in the chat, how y'all doing in there? All right? Denise opens with a combo again. She drilled this one also. She is solid. I think you can only see enough of the 2 to wire it to this corner. And I believe that's where she called it. She managed to leave CHELSIE a very difficult shot. Chelsea makes a great shot on the 9 ball. Give herself an opportunity to keep her run going as well. So far, so good. Well, I think she managed to get safe here. Even though that wasn't the intent. Came up on that 4. So that big old cluster's now opened up as well. Um, but I think Jenise's only good shot here, good look, is a bank on the 7. And she's called the pocket. Banked a little short. Left Chelsea an opportunity here to get a run going. And now all the stripes go. So she's in position to run out, get on the board, tie this match up. And I gave her good position had it fallen. But now it gives JENISE a good start here. The 7 in the side. If there's one to call a trouble ball, it would be the 4 due to it, the shape required to get a shot on it. Now, if she was able to draw the back right now and get the cue ball into here, she'd be perfect on that 4 with the natural angle to come out for the 3. But she's opting to leave it for later. So this one, she can just play a stop shot there or go forward a little bit and give herself an option on the 5 or the 2. So now if she opts for the 2 ball, she's going to want to go forward and come down. And that way it'll give herself a look at both. But she's opting for the 5, so she's looking to play shape into this area, I think. The unintentional carom shot, but it works nicely. So she got a chance here. The thing on this shot is to not hook yourself on the 4. So she had a little bit of left on there, which straightened the cue ball up off the rail and put it right in the window perfectly for the 4. And so this is going to be a speed control shot. So she can shoot the 8 in this side or this corner based off of the shape she gets. She undercut the 4, but she did give herself a nice chance at it. So we'll see what Chelsea does now. She has a starter ball with the 11 in the pocket there to try to get back to the center of the table on the upper half of the screen here to give herself a look at the other ball. So she came up a little short on shape, but she got a good shot on that 14 up in the corner here. And that cue ball coming off will give her options on the remaining 2. And with the 15 blocking the 4, as long as she doesn't come out into this window, if she were to miss that, then she'd be okay as well. So she's in good shape here. She hit that with a really good speed. So now you won't have to do a whole lot. with the 10 ball. She can roll forward for shape. She can stop it for shape. She can draw out for shape. You got plenty of options. The thing is to decide on what you want to do. Don't contemplate multiple things and shoot, because typically you end up in the middle of both. So Jenice is shooting a 4. Ended up putting a little more oomph into that shot and caused herself a miss here. But fortunately for her, it rolled up, nestled to the 8. So Chelsea has options here. She has a nice angle on this 15 to take the cue ball down a natural route going this way. But then the 8's always going to be tough. So realistically, she could play a safety here if she wanted to. But it does look like the 8 ball goes to the corner. This one and probably that one. So just a matter of getting the angle to get the cue ball in the areas to shoot those. So like I said, on this particular ball, just let the cue ball travel around, just like so. Nicely done. But see, with no real angle here, there's no real angle for her to get in this area. So a safety here wouldn't be a bad idea. Just bump the ball a little bit so that the 10 ball comes and sits over here, right in front of a pocket, and then cue ball would stay in here and leave Jenice no shot. So we'll see what she decides to do here. All right, so she opted to play shape, to play the 8 to this corner, I think is all she has. She's called that. It's a doable shot. Like I said, I think maybe the safety there would have been a higher percentage thing to play. But, I can't take it away from her that she's feeling, the aggressive vibe and played shape for this shot. So it would not surprise me one bit if she makes it. She come up a little short. Give Jenice a pretty decent look at the 4 ball. So the thing for Jenice to decide is, where does she want to play the 8 ball to? She can draw to the side rail and out. She can go up and to the bottom rail and out. Yeah, she would have wanted to hit that with more speed, so the cue ball came back out like this. But she does have a good look at it, and scratch is not on due to the 50-yard line being here. The tangent line will be here. Now she left it right in the side pocket for Chelsea. So good opportunity for Chelsea here to tie the match at 1. Give it its due respect. Don't take it lightly. There you go. She's doing her usual routines here. Is what you want to see. And nicely done. We are tied at 1 apiece. And it is Chelsea's rack and break. All right, Chelsea to break. It's a pretty square, but breaks dry. So Denise will be coming to the table with the options here. A couple of good starter shots on the stripe. Don't see anything good on the solid, so she might be able to cut that 3 ball if she were to opt for the solids, but I think the stripes would be the way to go. Other than the 9 ball right here, they all seem to have a home to go to. Oh, Janice misses that shot. Kelly in the chat with his "I'm a dude." Well, I can't tell for sure if 6 ball has a line here. If it does, solid might not be a bad way to go. Playing the 1 and the 6 through that window, but it may not go, in which case it would not be the better choice. Chelsea got a nice shot on the 2. She can play the 3. Bring out the cue ball this way for the 7 ball here.
Can you hear me, Rich?
I can. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was having some issues with my laptop. I could see the screen and everything. I just couldn't see the table and couldn't really do anything with it. I could hear you the whole time, though.
Yeah.
So 1-1, huh?
Yeah, they're duking it out as expected.
Yep.
I think if you're going to cut a ball here, I think the 1 would be the better option. That way the cue ball you can send through there to move the 6 out.
Yep, she hit it a little thick.
Yeah, I don't know if that 6 goes by the 9 now to the corner or not. I suspect we'll find out soon enough.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't look like Janice can see the 11 ball. So she'd probably be shooting the 12 ball here to the corner. And that's also a tough shot, being tree-topped over the 8. So the bridge hand would have to be tall. Which, when you do that, you don't want to try too much. Not too much power, not too much spin. You just want to pocket the ball. But it looks like she might she's eyeballing the cut on this 9, so looks like I guess the 9 still goes.
That's a tough shot.
That is a tough shot. It's got to be really thin.
Well, she tried playing it off the 6. Well, Chelsea's got the 6 ball or the 4 ball. Shooting the 4, she won't be. Her stroke won't be hampered by the 1.
No, it wouldn't be a bad idea too to maybe even try this 1 ball and get the cue ball to come out over here for the 7.
I think it'd be super hard to hit that 1 thin enough to make it, and still be able to hold shape for that 7.
Well, you might be able to play it in there and hit the 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be tough either way, for sure.
Yeah, she made a good shot there. And she can roll this in and get shape to the 7. And leave herself
yeah, she's got her speed down pretty good. She's not over rolling things and sending the cue ball on a ride.
Yeah, she's looking at this 1 ball because she doesn't like how she's tree-topped over shooting at that 5. For those of you who don't know, Chelsea's a little vertically challenged. Not as much as some, but more than others. So that's a really tough one to reach out there and strike good. So she's choosing the 1, probably figures it's better chances of pocketing it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that worked out nicely.
Yeah.
And she could now play that 7 with a little top spin and maybe get above for the 6 inside.
I think she might have too much angle for that 6 in the side. She might have to try to, man, I don't know.
Well, I think with top spin, you could, come in like that and roll just like that. So, and we're about to find out. She's going for it.
She hit it with speed. She didn't leave an easy table, but JENISE has got some shots here.
Well, see, that was actually a smart speed because I think she was looking to come like this.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that she sees things like that. As her execution improves, it'll catch up to her knowledge, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then she'll be a much stronger player than she already is. Yeah, I mentioned earlier before you got on here about how JENISE was on the 2nd place silver team in Lincoln City last week.
Yeah.
So she's got game. Well, it's typical Saturday night here at the Dutch. Music is blaring and people just rolling in and playing pool. But I got table 1 and table 2 on lock, so they won't have any interference for their matches.
Good.
Other than some of these music choices. So if any of you out there care to do a BFS match, you can reach me through the BFS Facebook page on Facebook, BFS Yakima. You can comment on there or message that page. It all comes to me. And basically what I do is try to find somebody in your Fargo range. And then I'll talk to both of you, and we work on a date that works, a dollar amount that you guys can agree on. The minimum is $100. But There's no ceiling, so whatever you two decide on and agree upon, that's what we can do. Um, and I don't typically announce what the dollar amount is that they're playing for, because as far as I'm concerned, that's your business. Um, so we don't need to announce to the world how much you're playing for. Just know that it's at a minimum of 100. Uh, but yeah, just message the page or message me, and then we can find you an opponent and get to it. And I can tell you, for the most part, we do 8-ball, but they do not have to be 8-ball. So if both agree to play 9-ball or 10-ball, we can also do that. So basically, I'm just the mediator between two players. They work out all the details, and all I do is get it scheduled, and we go from there. And the BFS format is strictly for those mid to low players. We do not take a cut of any of the money. 100% to the player. I'm looking at potential ways to get money added to this, in addition to the players putting up their money. That way you can win a little bit more. So I'm always looking for things to add to it. Always looking for players. So I have a list of players now that I got to find opponents for. So anybody interested, please let me know. If you have my number, feel free to text me. Let me know you're interested. And I had one earlier tonight with Alfred, so he'll be one I add to the list to find someone for. And if you do play one, we have scheduled rematches before. We've done a few already, so definitely available to do multi, multiple methods of games and whatever that works best for the players. But the point is to put these players in the center of attention on a live stream, money in the middle, which is adding pressure to them so that they can learn how to play under pressure. And it seems to have worked out well over the years. Hey, EvoSports. Yeah, I adjusted the camera right before we started today and made sure that it was low enough that the commentator's box was not covering a corner of the table like it was last night. Good heads up. So I remembered to do that when I got here. So appreciate you checking in.
Yeah, so looks like JENISE, she had one problem ball, which was the 9. The other, she had to play pretty specific shape because that 7 ball takes away a lot of options. But she underhit that ball she just played, and she kind of left herself behind the 8, so she only has a shot at this 10 ball, and it's not a pocketable shot. It doesn't really bank past the 11.
So I see Willie Wong asking who won between Kelly and John. Kelly did win. It was a good match, well fought out. A couple of mistakes here and there that just made the difference. Kelly had another early 8-ball. He already had 2 under his belt from previous matches. He added a third one today, but he followed it up with a nice run out to close out the match and win. So that helps ease the pain of an early 8. I agree, Kelly. Willie should have watched. There must have been some sort of Hello Kitty movie on that he had to watch instead. Colin's OCD on the table being a little crooked in the image.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, after tonight, I will be moving the camera to the other end of the building, to table 5. So, unfortunately for Colin, that table's going to stay a little crooked like this through the night. And then I'll try to make sure it's nice and straight once I get the camera moved to the other end. Hey, EvoSports, we should get Colin down here to do a BFS match. I'll find someone his speed and for the, that'll give him a good matchup.
So I can tell you, Evo, yes, all 5 tables are diamonds. It's just positioned differently in the bar so that it's a little easier to manage.
No, the one on the screen now, which is table 1, is the newest diamond table. Table 5 is one of the original 4, and it is on the opposite end of the building.
Yeah. So yes, in reference to the camera OCD issue, Rich can tell you from him and I back in the day working together doing camera systems and stuff that this is one of my biggest pet peeves as well. Drives me nuts looking at this table not being straight in the screen. It's almost like leaving the magic rack on the table when people are shooting. Or on the rail when you're shooting towards that pocket. It's like, move it.
Yeah.
The little things.
Those kind of things don't bother me. I'm not a fan of the table being crooked in the image, but I also know, like I said, it's going to be moved, so I don't want to get up there and mess with it and make it worse and then have to deal with that for the next match.
Yeah.
So, EvoSports, I mentioned Colin coming down to do a BFS match, and immediately I get a text message from a player willing to play him. So it's just like that fast.
One. This has kind of been turned into a long game here.
All right, Patrick. Yeah, let Colin know, and we can definitely work with whatever time he can make available in his schedule. And Willie, table 2 is not open for play. It's unlocked because it was a practice table. Devin and John are playing on it right now, but they are giving table 1 the leeway. So make sure they're not in their way of interrupting their match in any way. So. Hey, Josh, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can. I was commentating away and forgot I muted myself.
It'd be another really good BFS match is a Poncho versus Chuchang Chow.
Oh, that would be really fun.
That'd be a really good match to watch. I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Agreed.
Pretty even speed, both really strong shooters.
Yeah, I think that probably Poncho's only 4 or 5 points higher rated than him. So he's right there.
Yeah, 652, I believe he is today. So yeah, just a couple of points, 4 points, I think, somewhere in there. But I was really impressed with Xu Cheng playing him in that team match. That guy is pretty solid.
Yep.
So Patrick, his Pancho is his nickname. His first name is Francisco. Last name is Silva. Silva.
Let's get back to the match here. So Chelsea had another chance here. Got a little bit of a tough decision here. She's got a long reach to be able to try to cut this 5 ball in, or she can play the 6, but she needs to be able to hit this so that she can get shape to the 5. I think her best bet for that would be to cut it in really thin, with a lot of right hand English, so that the cue ball travels in a way so that it kind of comes off like this.
Yeah, so that it'll miss the 10 ball sitting there.
Yeah, and then it should come back, if she hits it good, should come back up something like this. Speed's going to be an issue. This would be perfect, but she could even get that all the way down in here. She could bump into the 8. But it's probably something that's not really in her wheelhouse that she's done before, so she's probably going to just try cutting this 5 ball in.
Hey, but I think too, though, if you really thin that 6 ball, you could take the cue ball kind of this way also.
Yeah. That's not going to hurt her
for the
too bad.
safety. So that's not bad. I mean, she put it in a spot where if you don't know to roll forward on that at a slower speed to bypass the side pocket, you can definitely scratch here. But like I said, JENISE is coming off a big second place finish in silver teams up there in Lincoln City, so she's not afraid. So I think Chelsea can see the 5 here. So you definitely need to figure out where she's going to try for shape. The 6 goes to the side, so just coming down, something like this into this area. Anything on the bottom half of the table would be good. For the most part, I think should be all right.
Yep.
And she hit that like money. That's very nicely done. And I think she's on, well, in this case would be the wrong side, the incorrect side, but that's easy to go to the rail and come out. And I'm pretty sure she knows that shot. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit if she gets perfect on this 8 also.
What a great shot.
Just like that. Man, she hit that perfectly. I was watching the cue ball there, and you could see it was loaded up with the spin and everything. And that's how you want to hit that, folks. Work that rail, which she did. And so now she takes her first lead. She's up 2-1 in a race of 7. And now JENISE to rack and break. Hey, Josh, I'm going to see if I can get Haley dragged over here for a minute.
Okay. All right. Using the regular rack to break. She hits the balls pretty square. Doesn't look like she made anything on the break. Looks like Chelsea's going to be coming up here, but won't have a whole lot of options here either. I think her only offensive shot might be the combo with that 1-4.
Hi, Josh. How'd I say? Hi.
Hi, Haley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful and amazing.
Of course, like always, buddy.
Absolutely. So JENISE broke the balls here, but didn't make a ball and didn't really leave Chelsea a whole lot of options. So she swung away at that stripe, but didn't make it. So now JENISE is going to have her shot at the table. She's she's probably going to have to shoot this ball right here. I think that's her only option, where she can actually stroke the cue really clean and have a chance at pocketing a ball. And she does. Nice shot. And she got down here, so she has a couple stripes down here on 9 and 10 to be able to work with. So, Haley, I'm going to ask the same question we always ask during these. When are we going to get you on the table?
Well, Josh, I'm playing BCA for the first time, and I told everybody that once I go to Lincoln City, then maybe I would consider playing a BFS match. So after Lincoln City in March, then we'll talk about that.
Well, then, in March it is.
I'm not making any promises. I just said we could talk about it.
I know. It's just something we really want is to get you on the table, get you in one of these.
I know. Rich reminds me daily.
I know.
But you'll be proud. I'm playing in 2 different tournaments coming up.
You are? Which ones are you playing in?
I'm playing in the women's single next weekend.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to play in the Scotch triples in November.
Nice. I am playing in that as well. Who's your team in that?
Myself and Jeff and Nick Lopez.
Oh, nice. Good team. You guys should have a good chance to maybe get to second against us. That would be cool.
Well, Josh, I'm just hoping to at least put on a good showing.
Yeah. Me too.
Who are you playing with?
Dora and Kelly. Which is why I was rooting for Kelly in this match, or in his match with John.
Yeah. That'll be a great team, yeah. Dora is always a fun partner.
Isn't she? She's awesome. Mm-hmm. Were you able to be at the ranch at all and see when her and I played with Delmer and Mary and Kelly and Chelsea in that 6-person tournament?
No, I believe we had something going on that weekend, so I didn't see any of those matches.
Well, I can tell you that there's quite a few things that she learned about me that weekend. But the one thing she definitely knows and understands is I have a lot of fun. I definitely have fun, and I don't have to be drinking to do it.
I know that also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people would think you were drinking, but you don't really.
Right? They're like, what is he on? Yeah, I ran into her and Susan a few weeks after that, and I was talking to Susan, and I said, did Dora tell you that she had a blast playing with me? And she's like, oh my gosh, Josh. She's like, she had an absolute blast. All she could tell me is he never bitched once. Not one time, no matter what I did, he just smiled and said, great shot. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what it's about. And she's like, oh, she had so much fun. I was like, good, because we're going to do it some more.
I will give you props for that too, Josh. You are always super good with whoever you're playing with.
Thank you. Well, she, she didn't have a high percentage of pocketing that ball that she just played, but the thing that I liked is that was her problem set of balls. Those and then this stuff down here, and she just she tried to make that, but um, she definitely got them separated, and now she has definitely has a better table when she gets another chance up here. But Jenice has a few shots that she can shoot. The three ball's kind of blocking her a little bit, so she's going to try to play this ball into this pocket. She'll probably hit it soft and try to stay on that end of the table. Oh, she hit it with a little bit of speed, missed it, but didn't leave Chelsea a real good shot here. So Chelsea's going to be coming up here with a tester to start with. Oh, what to do? I think if I was Chelsea, I'd be shooting this one ball. She could, since these balls down here are the problem, she can cut this one to this pocket, and that should bring the cue ball straight into this ball right here, which will clear up that issue, and then she'll have all her balls in a manageable position. She'll have to figure something out with the 8 ball, but she has a ball right next to it. Oh, she tried to bank that ball. She was banking into a small pocket, and she got a little unfortunate there to come off and scratch. So Jenice is going to have ball in hand here. I'm assuming she's probably going to start with this 13 ball. I would probably put my cue ball over here somewhere. If she can play the 13 down into this pocket and have her cue ball travel this way for the next shot, great. If not, she can give herself a little angle up like this and bring the cue ball down here. But then, pocketing this ball here on the bottom rail, she can bring the cue ball up this way for shape to the 11. And then making this 11 ball will automatically bring the cue ball, towards this last ball here. So it kind of keeps it a little more natural, and it takes care of the one problem ball she has over here by the 8. Now she's choosing to go this route. She can get out this way because she's basically playing shape to this ball here, which will get her to the next one. She overran shape and scratched. The only thing I don't like about that is you're playing shape to a ball to shoot to get shape to your problem ball, but you have ball in hand to shoot your problem ball right then. So Chelsea's going to have to figure something out here.
It looks like Chelsea's got quite a few options.
Yeah. And, I think she's realizing that this 8 ball is going to be a problem for her. So she's going to shoot that 3 down here and run forward right into that 8 ball. That will leave her a shot at the 1 or the 7 or the 2. She'll have a lot of options. She just doesn't want to hit it hard. A lot of people hit breakout shots hard, but like this right here, she literally just has to bump into these balls and they'll separate, and then the 8 can go. So she just needs to pocket the 3 and focus on making her shot and just roll into those balls. Just like that.
Nice.
See how she didn't have to hit it really hard, and they separated, and now that 8 ball goes into pretty much every pocket. It was a great shot. She's got a lot of options here. I'd roll it in and try to play the 7 next. She went a little farther. Getting a little out of line like this. She's kind of got a funky shot on all of her balls. It's going to make the out a little bit more tough because shape is going to be difficult for everything now. If we could shoot this 6 ball and draw, or bring it straight across the table.
You hold that down. You hold the right side, it does a straight line.
EvoSports team, if you're listening, there's another option we should throw in here. for something you guys can add to your platform is, oh, that's a great shot. I didn't realize she had that shot. She made a great shot there. But adding in the option to mute your other commentator. That way, if they forget to mute themselves and they start talking about lines and different things, you can mute them.
I think Rich forgot that I wasn't muted.
Yeah, he forgets.
Thanks for the props, Michelle Me. I can see you on the commentary.
Oh, JENISE missed that ball. It's too bad. She shot it a little fast. Left CHELSIE a tough shot on this 2. She just missed a 2 last time she's up there. She had a little bit of a tough shot on it. This is probably a little easier, but it makes it tough because there's a lot of distance and she's near the rail here. So she doesn't have a lot of options. She's literally just got to make the ball. But if she makes the ball, the cue ball can be anywhere down in here, and she'll have a decent shot to 6 to be able to get shape to the 8 as well. So she just got to focus on making it. Yeah, she tried to hit it, and she tried to come back around for the 6. I think sometimes she would be better suited if she just kept it a little more simple and just make the ball. Not necessarily soft roll it, but just put a nice smooth stroke and don't overhit it and just focus on pocketing the ball and then taking your medicine on your next shot. But she left JENISE long and on the rail, so. Wow, these girls have a little bit of scratchitis.
Yeah. It looks like the EvoSports team commented to your request, Josh.
Oh, yeah? I'll take a look here. I was just watching the replay on that scratch. All right, I'm curious who is commenting under EvoSports. Is it Justin? I would never get drunk with power. Never. That's not me. Okay, it's probably me a little bit. I'd be like, and you're muted, and you're muted, and you're muted. Oh, somebody's getting loud in there.
Yeah, it's pretty animated in here tonight.
Yeah, yeah. So I like what she's doing here. There's a lot of things she could have done to play shape for that, but she's just keeping it simple. Roll that in. She can roll this one forward, come up in here, and have that 8 in the sides. So smart. It's a good shot. She's got a little bit of a back cut, but favor her to make this and take a 3-1 lead here. Patrick, I didn't think it was you because I seen you make a couple comments under your own name, so I wasn't sure. Oh, she overcut it. Now, I could tell you, Haley, I wish I could say I've never seen that from her, but she had a similar shot in our Scotch Doubles playoffs last year, Hill against Delmer Rowden's team, when her and Kelly ran out, and she missed that one as well. I like to point out every once in a while, if you don't let them forget those mistakes, gives them an opportunity to relive it and learn from it.
And every time, I'm sure that she appreciates that. She'll watch this back and go, "Thank you, Josh."
You're welcome, Chelsea. Oh, JENISE made a great shot there. She didn't have a ton of angle, but she just punched that ball and let it.
She's got great shape.
Yeah, let it correct that. You're right. She has great shape. She doesn't want to try to draw this. Yeah, I was going to say she just wants to come over and leave herself a good shot. It's easy to try to do too much right there and scratch or get funny, but sometimes it's just make it and give yourself a chance, you know? She gets out, ties it up 2-2.
2-2. Love it. Nice even match.
Smooth one, Patrick. That definitely keeps me on my toes, keeping me guessing, switching back and forth. I can tell you, I love that audio setup that you guys have that you were using in Lincoln City, especially with like the buttons so you can make sound effects and stuff. And I was gonna try to find something I could load to my laptop so that I could have like F keys or something to be able to make sounds during these matches as well. But I think Rich might be looking at buying some of those soundboards and stuff, so we might be able to start moving uptown a little bit here in the future.
All right, Joshua, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to give you back to Rich. Thanks for letting me interrupt for a little bit.
I'd rather you stay. Thanks,
I know,
Haley.
buddy, but I got to go.
Thanks. See ya.
Rich will be right back. Bye.
All right. Let's see what she's got here. She doesn't have... She doesn't have the best of tables, but stripes are definitely the better suit of balls. It makes it difficult. If she can come around and make this 12 ball, even if she has to go rail first, then she gives herself a chance to get out here, but she doesn't have to. She can come over, shoot this 9. She has that 13 ball to be able to get shape to that 12 or play position to it. And just rolling this 9 in, as long as she doesn't get on the backside of the 6, and she didn't, she'll have a good shot here on this 14.
All right, I'm back, Josh.
All right, sounds good.
Haley looked like a natural, the headset on and doing her thing.
Yep. So I think she's gonna have to go rail first here. She left herself a little off the rail. But if she does, she should be able to get shape to this other ball down here. What a great shot. I can't tell if she can play the 10 in the side. If she can play that 10 in the side, then she has a pretty good chance of getting out here as long as she just rolls it in.
Yeah, I think that's what she called. It looks pretty snug, so she'd have to hit it just right, which she did.
She did. Nice. I gave Chelsea a little bit of the commentator's curse on the last rack. She
on that 8 ball.
Yep, she got to that 8, and she had a little back cut, but I favored her to make it, and I thought she would be out, and then she just ended up missing that ball.
And it's funny because when she was warming up over here, she was practicing that very shot to the side. She was hitting it with different speeds and stuff like that, and so it surprised me when I saw her miss that. I was like, wow, she was practicing on that. But Jenice makes another nice out to take the lead back. So now she's up 3-2. Pretty cool to see these two going back and forth. It's no different than when they played their Queen Bee match, how they were, just they keep making moves on each other and up in the race one by one. No runaways. kind of a cool thing, Josh. Chelsea's dad is here. He came in to watch her play and show his support. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's very cool. That's really awesome. I'm curious if that makes her a little bit more nervous too.
Well, she's over there chatting away with Crystal, having a good old time. So I think she's fairly relaxed.
That's good.
I think my favorite one is when Felix had his whole family over there wearing the shirts they custom made and everything else. That was so awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. They all came out in force to celebrate and help cheer them on.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool that they're, their childhood buddies, and here they are competing. Win or lose didn't matter. They were both going to have a good time, and the family was here to have a good time with them, and it showed, man. That whole night was a good night for everybody. It was fun.
All right. So one of the things that's been slowing down some of these games of theirs is neither one of them are breaking very well. They're using the regular rack. They're not using a magic rack. And I'm not always a big, advocate of the magic rack or template rack for 8-ball. But, sometimes it'll help get you better breaks and, definitely speed up some of these games and not have as many safety battles and stuff. So Chelsea,
it's kind of odd that they're not using it. JENISE not so much because John doesn't use one, so she may not care to either. But surprised Chelsea's not using it. I have 3 different versions of them here.
Yeah.
So because I've played with them before. There's some brands that I don't care for, and other ones that I really like, and I have a mixture of all of it. So. But you think, though, they would make that adjustment and try to use it since neither one of them are breaking well, just using the table rack. Well, she hit that nice and got her 11 bumped out of there. So that was a good move on her part. I think she needs to just play this 10 or 12 to the corner, roll forward just enough to be able to see the 15 there. And then come off of that and try to get something on the 11. Well, it looks like that's what she was trying to do, and now the 12 is over by the side pocket. If she's on the upper half of the table, that 12 goes in the side. So we'll see if she gets another opportunity at it. He's just kind of studying the layout.
Yeah, Jeff. Rich went down today and adjusted that camera so that it wouldn't be blocking it. It's not straight, but it's better than it was. So, all right. Went for the combo. Didn't really leave Chelsea much. The only offensive shot she has is a back bank on this ball over here.
Well, we'll see. I might after this match just reach up there and give it a little twist. It wouldn't take much. Just a slight twist to make it straight. That way, you OCD folk can sleep well tonight. That would be. I'm still thinking about that BFS match with Colin and somebody from here, and then Poncho and Suchang. I think that would be a pretty exciting doubleheader.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Especially as well known as Suchang is on the west side and all over the place. We could advertise that on all the pool pages. Get quite a few viewers on that one, I'm sure. You're welcome, Jeff. Yeah, Patrick messaged me today and mentioned that as well. So when I got here, I made sure to get up there and give it a little nudge to lower it down so the commentator box wasn't cutting that corner off. That kind of, once you pointed that out yesterday, and I got to looking at it, it was bugging me as well. There happened to be one shot in particular that was right in that corner, and I couldn't see it. Hey, Willie Wong, if you're still watching, somebody played your song here on the jukebox. All right, so JENISE missed a 5. Leaves CHELSIE a good look at this 11 ball. So all the stripes and the 8 go. It's just a matter of maneuvering the cue ball in and around into positions to be able to have shots. So we'll see what CHELSIE's first move is here with 11. Looks like she's putting a little inside on there to maybe go 2 rails. Unfortunately, the 8 ball killed all the cue ball momentum and hooked her behind the 4. So so she got a good hit, but unfortunately the tangent line took it right into the pocket for the scratch, giving JENISE ball in hand and a great opportunity here to take a 2-game lead. Yeah, Michelle, the jukebox is pretty loud right now, so definitely can hear Willie's song through my mic, I'm sure. Willie's probably dancing in his living room as we speak. Oh, so JENISE took her first shot at the 4, double pointed on the side and came out. I'm not sure if that 12 passed the 15, or I should say either one of these balls here. I don't know if either one goes to the corner. That's a tough thin cut to the side because that 12 is sitting center pocket. So thin cutting it to go straight across is very difficult. It's doable if you're one of those who can spin the cue ball a lot. You can cut it with spin. pretty tough. Safety here would be tough. No real place to hide the ball. I think your best bet would be to come off kind of like this and leave the cue ball up on this rail the best you can. It's the best you can probably hope for. Michelle, if you're asking if she could carry him off the 15 into the side, from the angle she was coming from, no. Had she been more in the middle of the table, something like that, then she could have potentially, and even then it would have been tough, but she'd be able to hit that 15 ball really full to get that other ball to go across sideways in a straight line. Either way, it was going to be tough. But Jenise says ball in hand once again. So we'll see what she does here to try to get out. And I can tell you, I would have shot that the one ball on the side, but I would have tried to come out into here so that I could play this kind of angle. She's still doable here if she just pulls it back a little bit. She can play the 4 in the corner. So this is a very tough shot now on the 4 because this pocket is large now for the cue ball. But she called the side, so then that part's safe. But the cue ball is going to run up and back down. That was a great shot. She might get past the 12 enough to see it. I don't think she did. She might be able to see the edge of the ball, but I don't think she can see the cut angle. So now that could work well for Chelsea. Now, there's no real angle there to play this way with the cue ball, so maybe her best bet is to draw back into here and just settle for that longer cut on the 15. Going forward, you would have to cheat the pocket in here with top left and hit it with force to create that deflection angle this way. Tough shot. But she could literally draw straight back and just settle for the longer cut on the 15.
Or she could jack up and put a bunch of right-hand masse and punch the ball.
Yeah, that's she might need my cue for that one.
Yeah, I think she's just going to
Looks
draw.
like she's trying, though.
Oh, shit, look at that.
Wow.
What a great stroke that was. Holy shit. Jesus.
Yeah, she's over there chuckling, too. So she knows she hit it good. That was really nice. That was not easy for any level. And then for her to pull that off and to get perfect on it. Because there's a slight angle on this. So it has a natural angle to go to this rail. So it's just speed control. Well, it's not optimal, but she gave herself a decent shot at this in the side. I'd expect her to make this shot, tie the match at 3. And there it is. 3-3. What a nice out. That was a pretty solid solid shot on that what was that, 12? That was awesome. Really nice shot. It was just a quick potty break. Chelsea is back. Her rack and break tied at 3, race to 7. It's going to be a nail biter, I think, all the way to the end. So just to put the info out there, the weekend of the 26th and 27th here at the Dutch, we have the 499 and below women's singles tournament. It is handicapped, not using Fargo handicapping, but that any local players that we can play Friday night, we will do that to help the tournament move along. But for everyone else, it'll start Saturday morning at 10 a.m., Sunday morning at 10 a.m. On a full field.
Stay right there, okay?
And on first place, on a full field, the payout will be $700 to the winner, plus side pot. So,
Thank you.
So if you haven't signed up for that, please do so. You can message me directly. There's a flyer and everything with my number on the Yakima Pool Tournaments Facebook page. There is a flyer there. The numbers are on it. You can message it on the page as well. Either of those ways works. Crystal Davis is also going to be a co-tournament director, so you can message her. But yeah, that'll start next weekend, October 26th to the 27th. Here at the Dutch in Yakima, if you've not been here before, we do have 5 7-foot diamonds. And of course, we have the Evo live stream table here. And then on November 9th and 10th, we are doing a Scotch Triples 8-ball. That has a 1550 Fargo cap for all 3 players per team. That also is handicapped. And that's also on the Yakima Pool Tournament's Facebook page. So if you care to put a team in there. And last I looked at that, there was 23 teams out of the 24 that are available. We may take a team or 2 more if we get that many signed up. We've done that in the past, and managed to be able to get it done, no problem. So we're open to that if need be. But those are the next two big tournaments that are coming up here at the Dutch. Be sure to check them out. Tonight is the last scheduled BFS matches I have, but I will be working on getting the next round of them set up. We do have a rescheduled match with Joe Pleasant and Scott Dunaway that we need to get scheduled. So we're currently working on that to get that scheduled up so we can do that. We had to reschedule due to an unfortunate car accident Joe was in. Luckily, there was no serious injuries to it, but we needed to give him time to recover. So we'll get that date figured out and get it scheduled and promoted, and we'll get a few other matches set up as well. But this week, I will be moving the camera to the other end of the Dutch to table 5, and that'll let us be a little bit more isolated when we do these matches. Not so much foot traffic going through, although right now with the camera zoomed into the table like this, you really don't see too much of it. But there are plenty of people going by because we are near the restrooms and everything. But we'll be working on that. So stay tuned. The BFS does have a Facebook page as well. It's called BFS Yakima. You can go to that page. Feel free to like that page. That way you'll get notifications of any matches that come up. Like the tournament page as well, Yakima Pool Tournaments. And any one of those pages you can comment on or message to get a hold of us for whatever reason. So feel free to do so. You're more than welcome to.
Ball's just sitting there, but it makes it funky to play shape when you've got to thinly cut this ball because speed's the issue, you know?
Yeah, she got the unfortunate bump off that 13 ball. It gave her or the 9 ball, and it kind of gave her a bad angle on her balls. I don't know that she can make the 7. I think she can get a hit or maybe even play a crossbank, possibly. That 13 blocking the side there is going to make that pocket very, very small.
Play that crossbank with some low and move the 13 out of the way.
Yeah, that's something doable, but it's going to be tough to get that low on there with the cue ball so close to the rail. Oh, a little miscue there. Rolled right over the top of the ball. You know, I noticed, I just happened to look over there and I saw Chelsea's backhand. She holds her cue with her pinky out.
Oh, like she's drinking some tea in England.
Yeah, like drinking a cup of tea at high noon. But, you know, that just goes to show you she's got a loose grip, which is what you want. So, another positive there. But it just kind of made me laugh when I seen it because I have a tendency to hang my pinky off of there also.
Yeah, it's definitely a sign of yours and Chelsea's femininity, for sure.
Or what?
Oh, Richard. I said the pinky out on your cue and you're stroking it is definitely a sign of yours and Chelsea's femininity. Denise made a great shot there. She followed down for the 10. She almost put it in the drink there, but she came up in a good spot here. So, and all her balls are in the open pretty good.
Yeah, she rolled forward enough right there to play that 15 in the side, and that'll take the cue ball down there towards the 13 or the 10, or the 12, I should say, depending on her speed here.
Yeah, it'll probably be hard to hold for the 13 ball, but she got good to the 12.
Yeah, she hit that with really nice speed, so she definitely has the potential to get out here.
Another nice shot. Play this in the bottom right with a little bit of stun draw. Bounce into the 2 ball, and she'll perfect. Comes up with
Well, she hit that good, and now with a little top left there, she can come over 2 rails to the bottom side rail here and shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Yeah, that natural angle right there. Which looks like she tried, but she ended up overcutting the 13. But she still landed in your, what is that, the lollipop? Is that what they've been calling that?
Yeah.
You draw a line with a circle.
Yeah, but in a roundabout way. So she's got a shot the 7 ball, got to cut it in the side. She just needs to not even get fancy with this. Just center ball, just cut it in, nice and easy, and leave yourself on the 8 on the opposite side. Don't worry about anything else. Just roll this ball in. Keep it simple.
Yeah, don't try to do too much. Just like that. She'll have perfect shape on the 8, and looks like she will take the lead back for 3.
Nice.
Nicely done. So she is up 4-3, and her her dad's over there at the buddy bar, and after she just pocketed that 8, he yells out, "Go Chelsea!"
Yeah.
Everybody could hear it. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. It's awesome to have that support down there. I like being down there for these two. I like being in the environment and everything, but I like that I can, using the EvoSports stream here, we can remote in and do it from anywhere. So I can be at home in Spokane with my family and still remote in and commentate matches like this with you. It's really awesome. It's fun.
Yeah, I absolutely love EvoSports. This is it's just so cool to have this available. It's I don't know. I can't say enough good things about it, man. I absolutely love having it. I enjoy the commentary, and having the telestrator on there is a lot of fun too. I do like to draw a lot. We may have to do an instructional video one of these days there, Josh. Come in here and tell us straight, and we can stand at the table with headsets on talking and basically do an instructional shot on either, whether it be my banking system or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to have.
Yeah, when Haley was on the headset and you were trying to explain to her how to use the Telestrator and everything, I came up with another idea for EvoSports I put out there, and Patrick heard me, and he thought that maybe I was just starting to get a little power hungry. But I could hear you talking and explaining everything to her, and I could hear the background and everything. And I told him that that's another thing they should add to this, that one commentator can mute another.
Yeah, but see, had you mute my link, then you wouldn't be able to hear Haley anymore.
Well, I know you can unmute yourself when you want to talk. I'm just saying.
Okay, I got you.
Because you have people come up and start talking to you, and you forget to mute, and then we sit and listen to the conversation. So
right.
But he was thinking I was getting a little power hungry there.
Kind of like Scott yesterday. He logged in, and all we could hear was like dishes clanging and every other noise in the house. And then Scott's heavy breathing always cracks me up. It's that heavy breathing you hear on like all the scary movies where they answer the phone and all you hear is somebody breathing on the other end.
Yep.
Scott was born to play that role.
Right.
Even Michelle Zurich here. She says instructional videos would be cool. And I take that to heart because I know Michelle's new to pool, and everything I've heard from like what Scott tells me, she's got YouTube instructional videos on, various ones that she watches to try to learn, and while practicing at the house on their table. So it's pretty cool, and literally you can just really use Evo to record a little video just on any particular kind of thing, and really break it down with the telestrating and everything else to make it really understandable. Because when you watch instructional videos on YouTube of the pros doing it, they pretty much speak in full lingo, assuming you understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
There are some pretty good ones out there, I'll give them that. But there are some where you're not quite sure exactly what they're talking about. And as a new player, you would definitely struggle with that. So, I don't know. That's something we could look at, Josh. One of these.
Yeah.
Maybe a holiday weekend or something where you have extra time. Come up with something.
Kind of like what we said before, getting those wireless headsets to work really good so that we can actually play sets and go through and kind of explain our whole thought process each shot, or the same thing, using those headsets and at the table, being able to go through and explaining everything and doing it.
Yeah, I can definitely look at different headsets, like the one Scotty has. I don't know if that was wired or wireless, but you could hear everything in the room like it was right next to the microphone. I mean, it was pretty sensitive. So maybe something like that. But, it's definitely a video we could make, after the bar closes or something like that, and be in here. So that you don't have all the distractions of everybody in here and the jukebox blaring and all those kind of things.
Was that ball in hand?
It is ball in hand, no rail.
Oh, Jesus, Jeffrey, me. We just make it easy. And it'd be WWJD, and you can find those at any Catholic store you go to.
The WWRD series. I like that.
The sad thing is you still have bracelets and shit, don't you?
Not really. I have one, and now Rayanne has one. And I think those might be the only two left. Dustin may still have a bunch in his pillowcase, but it's hard to say for sure. And the old the Facebook page that was made for that, I remember looking at it or looking for it a while back, and it was discontinued and most likely because they just sat idle.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy to make another page. And instead of a WWRD, you could always make it a pulley series too, because I have a pulley Facebook page. I just don't do anything with it. But you could definitely put it under that umbrella.
Yeah. So right now, when we come to the couples that are Kelly and Chelsea and John and Jenice, BFS record in history, we've got Kelly, who just played his 4th match against John, and he is now 2-2 when it comes to his BFS record. Correct? He lost 2 straight to Jeffrey me, and then or JC me, and then he won one against Matt Mitchell. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then he just won one against John Sanders, and then John Sanders came into this 1-0. He had won his BFS match in a nail biter against Marty Moore.
Right.
Now we have Chelsea and Jenice, and Chelsea has played one before, so she's 1-0, and she had won against Murray Eagleclaw.
Yes.
What a great shot that was. Little underhit it a little bit, but instead of just like rolling it or doing something funky, she played that with purpose. I like that.
Yeah, she got a workable shape shot here.
Yeah. And then Jenice tonight is the only rookie to the BFS series. She's watched them. She's hung out at the Dutch and watched them. I think she's watched them on the stream, but this is her first time participating in a BFS match, correct?
Yes, this is her very first one.
Nice. It's fun to get some new blood in there.
Yeah, and we got Devin, who is here. He's played one. He lost his to Garrett, and that was a nail biter. That was exciting. Crystal is here. She lost her first one to playing Amy in singles, and then she played a Scotch doubles one with Eli against Scarborough and Murray, and she lost that one. So she's 0-2. But the Scotch one, that was a partner one, so that's not just on her shoulders there. And then nice Haley's shot. Here. I've been trying to work her into one of these, but
yeah, we talked about it.
She's super nervous.
So Chelsea's she's making a really good out here. She's down to the 8 ball. It's not the easiest, but she's made some really good shots. She's stroking the ball really good right now.
As I mentioned in the beginning of the match, that one thing I like about her game is that she shoots everything with intent. That one there, I think she was thinking the scratch might be in play, so she kind of rolled it in there, and then she got a rolled it in there result.
Yeah,
I think if she'd have just fired it in like she hit the previous shots, she'd have drilled it.
Yeah, and I think when she watches this back, she'll, if she really watches herself there, she gets down and she shoots it, but she popped up right away after shooting it. I think she was, whether she was nervous or like you said, she was worried about the scratch. I don't think she had her, I don't think she was fully committed and confident in making that ball, and that's why it came out the way it did.
Yeah, and Jenice, who you can't ever tell by looking at her if she's feeling any pressure or not. I think for the most part, in something like this here locally, she probably doesn't. You may have noticed it a little bit in Lincoln City, but that's just a much larger scale, but she get to running on this. So now we'll see how Chelsea hits this one, if she's going to roll it or if she's going to fire it in there. But she's doing her usual pre-shot routine. She's eyeballing in her contact point, and then she'll head to the cue ball and dial that into that, and then she's going to cut it loose. I don't think she's going to blast it, but it'll be medium speed at least, I think. Well, it was kind of the same speed as the last one, and got the same result. Yeah, so JENISE needs to get out here. The 11 ball does go by the 8. So she's in good shape. Hey, Rodney, what's up, buddy? Congrats on your win last night, man. That was a pretty fun match to watch as well. So JENISE just hit that in, come around the backside, and now the 11 easily goes to the corner. She's going to want to follow this to be able to play shape for the 14 in the side over there. And she's stroking top, so speed control. Well, she ended up on the wrong side of the 14, but it was definitely workable into a 3-rail shape shot for the 8. But she did miss pocketing that ball, so Chelsea's going to have a third crack at this 8. And if I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm pretty sure I'd bet she fires this in and makes it.
Yep. Well, she hit it soft, but she still hit it center pocket.
Yep, right in the middle, and now that takes her to 5. So she is up 2 games, which gives her a little bit of breathing room, and it is now her rack and break.
Go Chelsea! I heard it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations last night, Rodney Barney, winning your BFS match against Brian from Moses Lake. Pretty cool. I only got to watch a little bit of it. I was at my boy's football game. It was his senior night. I wasn't going to miss that, so I didn't really get to watch it, but I went back and watched some clips on it. Good job. Sure, we'll see you in another one down the road. You know, here's the thing, Rich. You know, when I watch both of these ladies play, I don't know what it is, man. I'm just very surprised and at their Fargos. When I see their Fargos, and when I think of Fargos in the 300s, I don't think of players being able to execute some of the shots that these ladies are executing and being able to play some of the shots and, you know, run some of these tables and run some of these sets of balls that they're actually doing. It's
right. You would think that the way they play and the way they, you know, it's not even so much pocket balls, but just by the way they're looking to get around the table, the patterns they're trying to play shows their level being higher than what Fargo says it is. But, you know, maybe they're in the same boat as you, Josh. These two are stuck in the 300s while you're stuck at the 5s. And just that, whatever piece it is, that will get them all of you over the hump. Because you're definitely capable of it, and they are too. And it is a little surprising, like you said, that they're both sub 400 when they play as good as they do. They should definitely, I would say both probably more mid 400-ish. And especially Chelsea, you know, was it a couple years ago, whatever it was, when she won that Queen Bee, I'd watched a few of her matches, and that's when I really decided I liked her game and how she plays, and with the intent she takes her shots with. I kind of figured in my head that she would become a very strong woman player around these parts. And then, you know, she had some time off from becoming a mother and all that, and so, you know, that's awesome for the Smith family. But now that she's starting to come back out a little bit, and it'll become more and more as the kids get older and less dependent on mommy, then I think she's still gonna climb to the top of that. Because in the Yakima Valley, we don't have a woman player over 500 Fargo.
Yeah.
Dora has bumped over the 500 mark at least once I know of, but then has since dropped back under. But she travels a lot, plays all over the place, and multiple calibers of player, So doesn't surprise me that her goes up and down like it does. But it wouldn't surprise me if CHELSIE Benson gets up there and becomes one of those that breaks the 500 barrier.
Yeah.
And I say that just because I've watched her play enough and like her game. That's nothing against JENISE. JENISE can play, and I like how calm JENISE is when she plays. No matter the situation, you don't see her falter from that. You don't see her express any frustration or anger or anything like that. She just plays, and that's always going to be a big strength for her. So CHELSIE's on her own run right now. She's stringing along these solids, and what's left is very runnable. The 7 to the corner. Now she has options here to. I think the best option is to follow 2 rails, the top rail, side rail, come out towards the middle of the table for the one in the side. And as I say that, she hit it perfect. I mean, literally to the middle of the table. So basically just play the 1 ball and look at where she wants to be for the 3. She's going to want to be on the correct side, so when that if she stop shots the 3 ball, it'll take her right to the 8. And she is on the correct side, so now she can just drift to the side. She can play draw and come up a little bit, be straight in on the 8, or she can go to the rail and back out. All up to her. It's her preference, but she's taking her time and getting it dialed in nicely. And I like that a lot. So a nice doable shot for her. Running the table to make a really nice out, and this will get her to the hill. And there it is. What a nice run that was. Wow. Good job, CHELSIE. One thing I can say about these 4 players, both John and Kelly, JENISE, and CHELSIE, all are very good sports. They don't, there's no whining and arguing over rules. They call fouls on themselves. They do everything you kind of want to see in a good pool player. And it's nice that they're like that because, everybody sees that, and, they're prime examples of what you want to see as a player. So now JENISE, she has no more games to give. She is her rack and break. She's down 3-6 in a race to 7. But when you look at her, you'd never know that she was down.
Yeah.
She makes a nice break. All the balls are out. She pocketed a ball. She got a good starter shot for both suits, so it's just preference for her. I think the way this layout is, I kind of like stripes more than solids, even though solids can go too. Play the 15 in the corner. Going with the 7. So she's liking solid. I would have drew that. Play the 1 next. So I would have tried to draw that ball to bring it into this area for the 1. But she got herself a very doable shot on the 5 here. And just like that, she got great shape on the 1. Now the 3 ball doesn't go this way. So she's going to have to figure something out here, what she wants to do. But she has an angle on the 1 to be able to maneuver the cue ball.
Great shot.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how, it just blows us away about their Fargos and everything. And then you watch Chelsea run that last rack the way she did. It's like, how many 300s are doing that, Here
Right.
and there maybe, but, especially under a pressure situation.
Well, I don't know if you heard me yesterday, Josh, but I created all these BFS matches, the 2 yesterday and the 3 tonight, in digital pool as their own individual thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to make an attempt to submit that to Fargo and see if they go through. And if they do, then they'll all go through. Now, I had intended to start them at the beginning of each one of these, but I did forget, and I kind of forgot yesterday too. So I'll do these at a later date, or I'll do them tonight. I'll put them in and get them all submitted and see how it works out. Hopefully it goes through, and then these games go to their robustness.
Yeah.
But if not, that's fine too. So that miss right there could prove to be costly. Denise can start with the 4 ball to the corner, and as long as she doesn't blast it, she would have the shot at the 6 in the side, and then the 3 in the corner, and the 8 in the same corner as the 4. So it's all there, just a matter of execution. Okay, she came in a little hot, but I think she made it to the window for the 3, so the out is still available. So Jenice went for the 3 and missed it. So now Chelsea's back at the table with a good starting shot. Everything on Stripe's side goes. So she has an opportunity to close out this match right here. So we'll see what happens. Well, she ended up bumping the 8, but she did not want to. So now that I don't know if we're going to try to slim that 14 in the side, run the cue ball around, or just go with the treetop shot on the 13, in which case, anytime you're treetop, you don't want to force anything, just pocket the ball. Don't try to hit speed or a lot of English, because an elevated bridge lowers your accuracy and pocket your ball. Just like that. It'll work. So it may not be exactly where she wanted to be, but she's there still at the table and has options there. I think the 10 goes by, so She could draw this back and then play the 10 first and 12, or she could go forward, which will then cue ball will then bump off the 6 and hopefully get into the window to see 12. Now Chelsea was very focused on hitting that with topspin, so much so that she ended up rolling over the top of the cue ball. But luckily, she did not leave anything easy for Jenice to get rolling with. So Jenice was very aggressive and played the back cut to the bottom left corner there. She got the ball moving that way, so it had a chance. But now Chelsea's at the table, and she could literally just maybe stop shot or even just roll forward just a hair on that 12 ball right here, and leave the cue ball in that same window, like where the 12 is now, to play the 14 in the side and then bring the cue ball out like that. The only other option here is to maybe roll forward even further and then play a little back cut on the 10 up table where she's at. Yeah, it was tough. I think on that particular shot, she might have caught rail first, and that's why she ended up coming out by the 3 and being where it is. If she'd have hit the ball full, she would have made it, and then would have had a good look at the 10 ball as well. So this puts Jenice in a tough position because the 3 does not go. That was a great shot attempt on her part at the 6 in the side. So now Chelsea's back at the table with a shot at the 14 in the side pocket.
Sorry about that. Had to step away a sec. I thought my dog was just loving on me because she wanted me to love her, but she's out of water for God knows how long. So she was parched. So she's got this 14 ball. Looks like she's trying to figure out where she wants to get to play the combo. I'll tell you, if she does play the combo, she's gonna want to leave herself here or near the rail. And the reason is that she doesn't want to be straight, because when this ball combos this ball in, it's going to come this way to this end rail. And since it's going to be coming to this end rail, she wants to make sure she has an angle. So like she'll want to hit this with like a little bit of a stun, like center ball, maybe a little below center, to get the cue ball to come out this direction, because she wants to be able to be on this side for when this ball comes over here.
You know, that could be resolved by clipping the 3 first a little bit, and that would help keep the 10 in the hole, you know, had she made that.
Yeah.
But, you know, she missed the shot, but she did not leave anything easy, and that 3 is just deadlocked. So now, the way those 3 balls are sitting right there, that is a stripe-owned pocket.
Yeah, that stripe goes, the stripe that's tied up with her 3 goes off her other stripe into the pocket.
Yeah,
if she's on this
absolutely.
side, if she's on the other side, that other stripe goes, and she can either break this out or do something with it. So yeah, solids are in a bad spot.
Because of that, a safety here is even difficult.
Yeah.
Just because no matter where she leaves the cue ball, she can either play that cut on the 12 off the 10, or if she lets her see the 10, she can play the 10. She's called the bank. What
Wow.
a shot!
Shot.
But she may have gave her the edge of this 12 here. But in doing so, if she shoots this, the 3 is not going to move, so the 8-ball will be tough if she makes this. I don't know that she could see enough to make it, and now that her ball's not there to play it off of, it may not go. It may just thin across and sit over there like where her other ball was, in which case it would not be good for her because it opens it up for the 3. And what little bit is sticking out could be very tough also. So she's in a bit of a predicament, and like you said, she's a little vertically challenged, so this is a reach. I don't know if you can see the edge of that. Try to slow roll and just thin it and leave the cue ball down there is going to be rough because at that speed, if there's a roll of this table or anything, it's going to kick in. So I almost want to kick at this. That worked out pretty good. So she may have been trying to thin the 12 in and just missed it because she was hitting so thin and then come in from behind it. Still got the good hit, but she left it tough, so it's all up to what Jenice wants to do here. I think the smart play would be a safety. Play off the 3 on the right side and go up table. So basically, take the cue ball off the right side of the 3, like this, and come out like that. Just a little bit of right English. And because you're thinning the 3, you wouldn't hit this very hard, and it'll still make its way up table. It almost looks like she's stroking left. That works. But she did give CHELSIE the edge, so she can edge this and take the cue ball back up this way. And then that would leave tough shots for Jenice. The downside to this is because you're thinning that ball, it's going to be left in a neutral position. If it catches it a little fat, it could bank out of there. Oh, and she did the worst scenario. She just missed the ball together there and give Jenice ball in hand. So now the best way to do that is 6 there, which is what she's doing. Leave yourself a little angle to cut the 3 and then come up table and play the 8 in the side. Don't get too tricky, just let all the natural angles work for you. Okay, so she played to the underside, and now it still works. But if she overhits this, it ends up at the top of the table. She could leave herself a difficult 8-ball like that.
Yeah.
So she has a shot on the 8, but it's going to be a tough one. She's going to have to really focus in on this. Well, she got the good bump on that to not give CHELSIE a good look at this 10, at least a good make angle. So she put her right in line with it, and it's a big stretch. So here, I think safety would be the best play. I think maybe even with the crutch if need be, is to play off this way and leave it short in here. So it's a tough cut, either corner pocket. And then that would bump the 10. That would bump the 10 out this way. For, if you got a second opportunity here, then that would be the way to go. He's going to fire at the bank. It's doable. Um, if playing the correct safety and the offensive shot are similar percentages, then going for the offensive shot is the play. Give yourself a shot that will get you the win. And wow. Just like that. Just nutted that 12 ball. Not nutted that bank shot. Not the easiest of 8s here, but she has a shot on the 8 for the match. She's looking at the back cut, which I wouldn't play. I would shoot here, withdraw, pull the cue ball in here, and then that way you can stroke that, and you're not looking to baby anything. You can fire it in there. I'm not a big fan of doing baby rolls on 8 balls. If for some reason it's necessary, then so be it. But for the most part, you want to fire them in. And here we go. She's down on her shot. She's going for that corner over there. Yeah, Jeff, that was an awesome bank. Under pressure, all stretched out, drills it. And just for the win, folks. Oh, unfortunately, overcut. It was a tough shot. So JENISE gets an opportunity here to move her score to 4 and keep the match alive. So she called the thin cut. I don't want to say this shot's easy because it's not. But I did expect her to make it, and she did. So 6-4. And now Chelsea's rack and break. All right, so here we are. Chelsea's at the table. She is on the hill. There's no quitting JENISE. She fights till the end. which is what we like. Hey, Michelle Zurk, where is Scott? What's he doing? I figured he would have logged in and joined us in the commentary by now. So JENISE has ball in hand. She is studying the table, looking at how she wants to try to attack it and get this run done. She's starting with the 9 in the side. Well, she made a move to kind of open up her 10 ball a little more. But now, unfortunately, it's rolled up behind the 12 and forced her into a bank shot on this 10. So she's trying for a back bank or maybe a safety. Yeah, she tried the back bank. So CHELSIE will be coming back to the table with all her issues resolved. Everything is out in the open. Oh, so Scotty's gaming, huh? Down there with Poncho and Juan, I imagine. Well, that's good, Michelle, that you're downstairs practicing on your game.
Right? One of you needs to.
That's pretty cool that Michelle is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So, Michelle, are you and Scotty going to be playing the Diamond League again? We have a tentative start date of December 10th. Well, I don't know if the draw shot was the best move there. I would have went forward and played the 6 on the other side and then 5 to the corner. Oh, I take that back. The 5 doesn't go. I just had to move again so I could plug my laptop in, and now I'm sitting in the corner at the table, so I can see the corner that the 8's near. The 5 does not pass. The 5 ball does not pass right here. Okay, awesome. I'll get you both signed up.
Well, hit a little thick, shot it into the rail. She came up a little short on her shape to the 2, and a lot of that's because she did hit the 6 ball a little thick, which slows the pace of the cue ball. If she'd hit it thinner and actually cut it into the pocket, the cue ball probably would have ended up out here, and she would have been in a perfect spot to get out. So she just missed.
I think both players are feeling a little stressed.
I guarantee
They each have a little fan over here.
Yeah.
It's not hot in here. Granted, I'm not playing, so it's easier for me to say because I'm just sitting here doing commentary. But both girls have a fan. So, they're definitely feeling it, which is awesome. So Jenice is making moves. Played a nice shot there and brought it back down for the 13 in the same pocket. The 10 is sitting there, so no matter what shape she gets off of this ball, she can play the combo. But like John, she just dove down and fired it real quick like. So Chelsea will need to think about what to do here. I think her best bet would play the 210 combo as a safety and leave the cue ball at the bottom rail.
She's kind of in a bad spot here. That 5 ball doesn't pass the 13. I don't know if she can see the edge of the 6 because she only has to hit the very edge of this 6 over here. So she looks like she's playing the 3 ball combo. I don't hate it. I mean, I actually think that she could see the edge of the 6 ball here. She probably just doesn't know how to play shape either off that. But then she also has an issue with the other ball on the other end, the 5 ball. Well, that's not completely bad. She left Jenice long. Thing that Jenice has going for her is if she makes this ball, the natural deflection path is going to be something like this. So as long as she doesn't overhit it, she should have a shot. But she missed it. She hit a little thick. So Chelsea's got a chance here. She's got these 2 balls on the top left end of the table. Really, her only ball is this 5 ball. So she's pretty good on a bank on the 5 right now. That would definitely take care of that. But she's probably also figuring that that's a sellout shot too if she doesn't make that bank. So looks like she's looking at the 2 ball. She wants to make sure if she hits this good, she should miss the 6, and the cue ball will come past the 6 ball. Yep, just like that. And she wants to slow down a little bit. Man, that's a really good shot. I don't know from that angle if she can cut the 5 in the side.
Well, I can tell you, it looks like it goes.
Yep, she's looking at it. If she
Yeah,
makes this
it's not
5
a-
ball, she should be out because this is a tough
Yeah.
shot. And this is her. I mean, if she makes this, she don't have to do anything with the cue ball. Literally, just make the 5.
Yep, and its natural angle will bring it back out and give her a little angle on the 6 to work whichever side of the 8 she wants to be on.
Yep. Yeah, if she makes a 5 ball, this match is probably done. But she's just got to, I mean, coming from this angle, like the side pockets are big, but, you know, she's coming at an angle so that side pocket is small.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
play
is small.
into.
You just have to make sure you get past that front point.
Yep. Yeah, you're wanting to hit it just on the inside of this outer point.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of your aiming spot for it.
Okay, she's opting for the 6, so she's going to need to come back up table, get that same look at that 5.
Oh, she's playing a safety.
Oh,
Yeah, she didn't like it. And she played
did not.
Yeah. Now, the only problem I see here is it's not really, she didn't really change her position on the table at all. She actually moved her 6 into a worse spot. And JENISE has the same shot she had last time. And if she misses it, you know, Chelsea's not going to have any better of a shot than she already did. Yeah, it's actually worse now. Her 5's in a bad spot now. Can't go anymore in that side. So,
Yeah, and the shot on the 6 now, she can't really get to the 5 either.
But, you know, with JENISE putting that ball there, I mean, where Chelsea's sitting, if she plays to the left edge of this 6 ball,
yeah, and gets behind the 8.
bank can come out, and the cue ball will deflect off this way.
Yep, and as long as she doesn't get into that window between the 5 and the rail, she should be good.
Yeah. So yeah, if she gets her cue ball down in here, she'll be good. And the 6 ball will come off towards the center, be in a better spot.
Right.
She might get ball in hand. If she doesn't get ball in hand, it'll probably open up her 5 ball anyways. She'll probably have a shot on the 6 if she doesn't, you know. So that's what she should be doing right here. But, you know, she may not see it. We'll see.
Well, she fell short, but she was thinking exactly the same thing.
Yeah, she just hit straight into it and kind of came off a little different, but I think her thought process was the same of what she was trying to do. She just was trying to execute it differently than we were thinking.
Yeah, so JENISE has a really good opportunity here to get out. Well, that kind of changes thing there. It's still cuttable, but it's much tougher than it would have been.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is
brings in this side pocket.
Yeah, and as thin as a back cut as this is, you got to hit it with a little speed to make it run. And in doing so, the cue balls could go 2 rails down to the bottom of the table, and may not give her a really good look at this 8. You know, it could leave her a very tough shot on the 8.
Yeah, if she makes this ball, she'll probably be playing the 8 ball into that pocket. Well, she's banking this ball into that pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little crafty here. I'm curious how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I was thinking. So this is a big opportunity right here for Chelsea to close it out. I would think she'd play the 5 in the side, then the 6, and then the 8 in the corner. Which side do you play the 5 into, Josh?
Which side do I play the 5 into?
Yeah.
Anytime I'm playing something like this, I look at the angle of where I want to be on the 6, and
Right.
then I just try to. I pick wherever like a stop shot for me. So like right here, if I just want to stop this ball, if I want the cue ball in this area, then I'll come to this side and shoot the 5 there, so that I don't have to do anything with the cue ball.
Yeah. See, I would be shooting the 5 here, but with the same purpose, just to roll into this exact spot, so that I can just nicely draw this over here, like that for the 8.
See, and you're rolling the cue ball forward, or whatever. For me, I would do what she's doing and just stop it right here. It's just an easy stop shot. She'll have that angle. She wants to get closer to the 6, which isn't a bad idea. And you know what? It's hard to tell her angle if she's going to be able to. I mean, she should be able to just draw back off up to here, but she might have some angle.
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like she's on the wrong side of the ball, so draw is kind of out. So she could come around like you drew and play for the side. See at the speed here. Oh, look at that.
That's a girl after my own heart right there using inside English.
Right.
That's one of my shits.
Wow. And she stroked it pretty good to see how much that checked up and come back out. You know, that's it had a lot of spin on it. She's got a very doable shot here. The thing is, you know, you don't want to forget about this right here.
Nice shot. Wow.
Oh, nicely done. Awesome. So I'll let you close out, and then we'll move on to number 3.
Yeah, it was a great match. A lot of those games came down to just, you know, small little things. So that was pretty good shooting by both. Chelsea shot really strong there the last half of the match for sure. Finished it out pretty strong. That was a great shot on the 8 ball. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Scotch doubles match that's going to be coming up next. This one ran over a little bit, so the Scotch doubles one is going to be getting started, and it's a little late.